You are watching Market Watch, the brief overview of the key events from the world of finance. The introduction of 25% tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada, along with an increase in duties on Chinese goods to 20%, by the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump has raised concerns about global economic growth. These measures led to a decline in major stock indices. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell nearly 650 points, the Nasdaq dropped by 2.6%, and the S&P 500 lost 1.8%. Companies such as Nvidia suffered significant losses. Investors are worried about the onset of a trade war, which could negatively impact economic growth and prices. Oil prices continue to decline for the third consecutive day due to OPEC Plus plans to increase production in April and concerns that new U.S. tariffs will slow economic growth and reduce fuel demand. Brent crude futures fell by 0.3% to $70.80 per barrel, while WTI crude dropped by 0.9% to $67.68 per barrel. OPEC Plus has decided to increase production by 138,000 barrels per day starting in April, marking the first step in a plan for monthly production increases following the cuts triggered by the pandemic. The announcement of new U.S. tariffs has caused significant fluctuations in currency markets. The U.S. dollar weakened against major global currencies, including the euro, which reached a 4-month high amid news of a €500 billion German infrastructure fund. The British pound also strengthened to a 3-month high. Investors shifted to safe haven assets such as the Japanese yen and the Swiss franc, both of which gained nearly 1%. Expectations that Donald Trump's re-election would drive Bitcoin prices higher have only partially materialized. Following the inauguration, Bitcoin hit a record $109,000 but later dropped below $80,000 by the end of February, marking a 26% decline. Factors such as a potential trade war, a weakening global economy, and the hacking of the Bybit exchange contributed to decreased investor confidence and a market correction. Despite this, long-term prospects remain positive, given favorable regulatory developments in the cryptocurrency space. That's all I have. Follow the news carefully and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.